Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor presented by Prophetic Sessions team. I am Sanjay. We are learning Node.js package development tutorial for beginners. This is our part 4. Inside this video session guys, we will see about development of package with more settings. And I strongly recommend to watch our previous videos to this playlist to understand clearly about development of Node.js package. In the last video guys, we had seen that how can we create a Node.js package as well as we had published into npm.js user account. So if I back to Chrome browser, so this is the package actually we had developed, and also we had installed this package and used the available function to our Node application. So if I back to Chrome editor, it's Visual Studio Code. Now this is the available function called print console message and print custom console message. This is the package so far we had developed and stored inside npm.js user account. Now inside this video, we are going to develop a package with more settings. Settings in the sense that we are going to actually make some of the functions which basically manipulate some of the string values. Let's say that we want to find about the string length. So we want to make a method. So if I back to slide, open a new tab. So let's say that that package should be responsible to find, let's say find the length of the string, convert a string to, let's say uppercase, let's say convert a string to, let's say lowercase. If we want to find some of the words inside a string, let's say find a substring inside a string. And finally we want to, let's say about make a string into a reverse order. So let's say reverse a string value. So we are going to develop a package in Node.js which basically is responsible to perform all these functionalities, like it calculates about the length of the string, converts a string to uppercase, converts a string value to a lowercase if we want to find some of the sum strings or some of the words inside that string, then we are able to do. And also finally if we want to reverse a string, so we are capable to perform all these functionalities. So if I back to folder structure, let's create a folder something called npm.js and something, let's say a string functions. Now go inside this folder. First if I copy the path, back to terminal, go inside this folder, and we need to create a package.json file because we are going to also upload this package into npm.js user account. So let's say that npm init, and we want to go with manual steps. So package name is something, let's say npm.js string functions owt hub and something, let's say sample. So pressing enter, version is 1.0.0, it's okay. So let's say this is a Node.js package which is capable to do some functions like string length to uppercase to lowercase, reverse a string value, find a substring, etc. Pressing enter, entry point. So we have to make index.js file. Pressing enter, test command. Right now there is no command. GitHub repository, and also we have no GitHub repository for this package, and keywords something, let's say a string, let's say node.js, pressing enter, author, let's say online, web tutor, license, and all the informations we have provided is perfect. So yes, so successfully we had generated about package.json file. So if I press ls, and right now as we can see that here inside this folder we have one file created. So back to folder structure, and now this is the file. Back to code editor. Now here is the folder actually what we have created called npm.js string functions. Now inside this folder I have to create a file called index.js, and if I make some of the functions what we have discussed and see inside this slide. So let's say that module.exports, or let's say that this package contains all functions which will be performed with a string value. So let's say that module.exports dot, and let's say that find length equal to, let's say, function. We have to pass a string value inside this function, and it will return, let's return string dot length. Now finally we had created our first function which basically returns about the string length value. If I make a one line comment, so this is basically to find length of a string. Now again to convert into, let's say, uppercase. So let's say module.exports dot simply, let's say, upper equal to function, and inside this function we are going to pass a string value which basically returns about, let's say, string dot to, and this is a JavaScript function called toUpperCase which basically converts this string value into the uppercase string value. Now next we have to make about, let's say, convert into, let's say, lowercase value. So here let's say module.exports.lower, and inside this function same we need to pass a string value which will return about, let's say, string dot to lowercase. This is a JavaScript function. Now next we have to make about a string, which means we have to make a function which finds a substring inside a string value. Back to editor. So let's say search word inside a string. So let's say module.exports dot, let's say, find word, and inside this function we need to pass a string value. Also we need to pass the word value as well. So here let's say word, because this is the word actually we need to find inside this string value. So let's say here return word dot, it's not a word dot, it's a string dot, because we need to find inside this string dot search, and we need to search this word. So these are the JavaScript functions called search, lowercase to uppercase, and the length property. So we want to find this word inside this string value. So if this word exists inside this string value, then it will return the existence of first place. Otherwise, if the word does not exist, then it will return -1 value. Now finally, the last function that we have to develop, which basically reverse the string value. So let's reverse the string value. And here let's say that module.exports dot let's say reverse string. So here we're going to define a function which will take a string value and which returns about let's say string dot, and I'm going to firstly about split that string. Split is a JavaScript function which basically converts a string value into array format. So let's say string, let's say split. After splitting, it means that we have successfully converted this string value into array format. And finally, I am to reverse the order of the array. So this is something reverse. It is converting the array into a reverse order. And finally, I am going to concatenate all the values of the array and return that. So to concatenate all the values of an array, we will basically use about the join function. So join here. So these all functions are of JavaScript. So here, firstly we had converted about string value into array format. We have reversed the array value, and finally we had concatenated all the values of that array. So simply guys, inside this package, these are the available functions what we have developed. Now let's publish this package to our npm.js user account. Back to terminal, and if I clear the console, so if I basically check about npm version first, so as we know that this is the plugin actually package we have developed called npm.js string functions OWT hub sample. And remember, one more thing is that if you have made any node.js package, then the name or the package name should be unique inside npm.js. And this is the required version, something 1.0.0. If we want to change the version, then we need to type simply npm version and 1.0.1. so if I type enter, then it basically converts or change or update our package version. So before publishing this package, if I go inside this editor and make a readme file, so go inside this folder and create a file called readme.md. so let's say some statement of lines, that is what this package is. Now here we need to provide an answer, so let's say this is a npm package which finds the listed functions below. Now if I back to slide, copy all these things and pasting right here. Copy, pasting it here. Now these all the functionalities actually we are going to perform with this package. Now the next question we have, that is how can we install. So let's say how can we install this package. So for this question, if I go to package.json file, copy the name of the package, back to readme file, and let's say that so simply we need to let's say npm install, save for the dependency, and this is all about package name. Or we can just simply say npm I stands for install, save, and here is the package name. So this is how can we install this package. Now in the next question, that is how can we use this plugin. So let's say that how can we make use of this package. If I copy this formatter, pasting it here, pasting it here. Now in between these lines, if I'm pressing enter here, so let's say const, and as we know that we have these functions available, so copy, and I'm going to export all these functions with a variable name. So copy this upper, we have called lower, next we have called findWord, and finally we have reverseString. So now we have actually exported all these functions and converted into a constant variable. So require, and all we have to require this package, so copy the package name and pasting it here, and simply we can use this findLength, let's say console.log findLength, and inside this function we can pass any value. So let's online web tutor, this is the use of first function. If I copy this upper, it will convert all the string value, means all the word, into uppercase, pasting it here. Now this will convert all the values into lowercase. Now if we want to find some word, so let's say that inside this we want to find, let's say, web here, so it will give the position of web inside this string, and the function name we have called findWord, and finally we need to make use of called reverseString, so copy and pasting it here. Now this is the very basic use of all the available functions of this package. So finally guys, inside this video we had developed our package functions, as well as we have prepared about Readme file. As the video is too longer, so inside next video we will publish and use this plugin inside our Node application, and also we will publish this package to our npm.js user account. So inside this video session guys, if you're in doubt, then please drop your comment. I will give my reply as soon as possible. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.